inching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. First play, going to throw it.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this throw will be intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
12, 12, 12. 11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 11, 11. Stop.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Now Burrow on 1st down. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Big Al Woods there to make the tackle.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Now he'll look to throw it.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Fourth down, Howell. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jones.
And he will take this one home. home. It's a touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Third down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. So here we go, fourth down, Howell. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs.
11 mighty.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenges. This series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
To throw again on second down. Burrow, he'll find Metcalf. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
11.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
11 NC Tank. 11 Thomas.
Now they go play action now. Burrow, he'll buy some time right. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Howell trying to pick it up on third. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. On the move past the 40. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 35-yard line. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Second down, here's Barkley again. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a third down coming up.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
Going for it on fourth. Here's Howell. Right side. There's Likely with it.
Touchdown!
Isaiah Likely.
29 yards.
And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make our score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
The Seahawks now at 2-5 to start play. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. The Giants on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Howell throwing on third down here. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Howell going to go for it. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And some room to maneuver. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A run between the tackles with Breida. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument, the quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They go play action with Howell. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off.
Already up 2 touchdowns. How about that drive killer of a sack there to add to their good play? This offense coming away with no points now when some kind of score was desperately needed.
On 4th down, Howell. There goes a deep ball, end zone. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now. And now the rookie's free. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Howell. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Gano now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
Makes the score Seahawks 28, Giants 14. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
12.
Now it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Here we go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
11.
Here's Burrow. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
12. 11 MT paint. 11 MT paint. 11 Thomas. 11.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Marquise Goodwin. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Second down, Howell back to pass. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell escaping the pressure right. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
On one, ready?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
11.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this one is incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
11. Hey, we gotta go score.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Taken from about the 12. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
On one, ready?
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
11, Thomas.
Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Here we go.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 29, Burrow. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. On third down, here's Walker. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. That's caught inside the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Noah Fant, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And
partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Off play action. It's Howell.
And that will be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Fourth down try. Here's Howell.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
12, 12, 12. 12, 12, 12. 11 MT paint. 11 MT paint. 11 mighty.
Now it's Burrow. Letting one go deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Burrow. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
11 MT paint. 11 MT. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11 MT.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Seahawks have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll go play action. Howell throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Howell looking to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So here we go, 4th down. Howell, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Touchdown! Marquise Goodwin. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down. Do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves. Let's get back out there and move the ball again.
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Tariq Woolen picks it, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Burrow. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
Burrow going for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 71 yards. And the Giants are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Gano the extra point, so they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14 and beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up second down.
11.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate that wasn't picked off.
11.
Play action. It's Burrow. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. On 2nd and 9, Powell will get this out to Barkley, complete. Then he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. On 1st down, Howell. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche.
And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Howell throwing for it.
And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Taken from about the 12.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. A first down carry for Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
And Howell will throw it.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
On third down, Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Howell to the air on 1st and 10.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Kadarius Toney
from 19 yards away.
And the Giants get a bit closer.
They'll try and throw for it. Dancing to his left. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field was, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
Yeah, it would be a pretty amazing comeback, but we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have.
90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Sticking with Walker on second down. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
First down. Here's Burrow. Throw left side, complete. That's Goodwin. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down, it's Walker. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
11 empty. 12.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
11 empty. 11 empty.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
11 empty. 12.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Second down, Howell back to pass. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
4th down, Howell, desperation time. On target to his man, Likely.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Faking the handoff. Howell.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down.
Third and long. Here's Howell.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire.